Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Clannad. So, um, we, I think we're still in the middle of the night, perhaps, but I knew what was coming up because this part is actually in the anime, and I'm probably going to cry, just so you guys know. So, I woke up. Since when did I fall asleep? I even had my body on the side so that I wouldn't do so. I pull in the clock in front of me. It was pretty damn early in the morning. Immediately, following that memory after waking up, a chill shook my entire body in an instant. After that, I finally realized, did I wake up to the sound of something? And then, I suddenly had a bad feeling. I got up. But, it wouldn't be strange for bread to be baking at this time. That's why, yeah, I'm sure it's Pops. He's who I'm hearing. Persuading myself as such, I calmed down. I slowly walked down the hallway. During that period, there wasn't a single sound. I groped my way into the living room, and there was someone's small back, Nagisa's back. Noticing that, I stood there. She turned around.
Tomoya-kun.
What is it? You were awake the entire time? Today's an important day, isn't it? What are you doing?
Tomoya-kun. 聞いてください。
Tomoya-kun, please listen. There were a lot of things on the floor. They were albums, notes.
知らなかったんです。
I never knew. It was dreadful listening. Nagisa, don't think of anything. For now, just take a break. I'll wake you up. That way we can go to school like always. Reading the script and practicing. I'll be listening beside you, okay? Okay, Nagisa? Come on, I'll take you to your room. Nagisa was on her side in her bed. She turned towards the wall. I didn't see her face. Is she still awake? I didn't hear her snore at all, so I stayed with her the entire time. Just as we were about to leave the house, I left Nagisa as she was changing her clothes and went into the hallway. Pop stood there.
最悪の事態じゃねえか、この野郎。
Ain't this a bad state of affairs? Damn it. Noticing me, he spat.
今に広げられていたあれは何だ?
What was spread around in the living room? Nagisa found out. I was too late in catching her.
それで渚は
And then Nagisa
全部知っちまったんだろ。
found out just about everything. Yeah.
あいつまた学校に行かなくなっちまうのかな。
Will she end up not going to school again? He leaned against the floor, with a muffled voice.
あんな元気にさ、学校行ってたのにな。
For her to be like that and go to school. Damn it. I could never imagine this person being this depressed. Pops, I looked for words to say. You're a good father. Without a doubt, you're a good father. It isn't easy to find someone like you. So if you give her time, she'll also understand. But you know, Nagisa and I have been working hard for this day. I'd like to at least achieve that.
ああ、
Yeah.
そうか。
Yeah, the play.
叶えてやってくれ。
Let it come true, please. Leaning his head on the wall, Pops asked that of me. The usual scenery as always. Slipping into students attending in the same fashion, we walked together, even though I had already gotten used to this time. Nagisa stopped at the bottom of the hill.
Tomoya-kun は知っていましたか?
Did you know, Tomoya-kun? And then, with a face like the day we first met, she said that, looking up at the hill. On that day, the cherry blossom petals floated by. Know what?
私のお父さんが役者をやっていたこと。
That dad was an actor? No, it's the first I heard of it. I really didn't know.
舞台にたくさん出て、それがテレビで流れたこともあったんです。
He made a big appearance on stage and was popular on television. Huh.
お母さんは ずっと中学校の先生をしていたんです。
My mother was a teacher in middle school for a long time.
勉強を教えることが大好きだったみたいです。
It seems like she really liked teaching.
写真やビデオで見る二人はとても幸せそうでした。
The two were so happy in the videos and photographs I looked at.
だって二人は夢を叶えていたんですから。
Their dreams had been granted.
そしてそれはずっと続くはずだったんです。
And should have continued on forever.
私さえいなければ。
If not for me. That's wrong, Nagisa.
聞いてください、智也くん。
Please listen to Moya-kun.
私のせいなんです。お父さんとお母さんが夢を諦めたのは。
It's my fault that Mom and Dad gave up on their dream. That's wrong, Nagisa. Those two should be happy even now.
夢は諦めてしまいました。
They gave up on their dream.
違いますか？
I'm not wrong, am I? Well, that might be true, but you see, Nagisa, I couldn't find the words to continue.
そして今私は
And right now I'm
二人の夢を犠牲にして自分の夢だけ叶えようとしてます。
having my own dream granted, despite theirs being sacrificed.
ひどい子供です。
I'm such a terrible child.
恩知らずです。
I'm ungrateful.
智也くんにもそうです。
Even to you, Tomoya-kun.
私の夢を叶えるためにたくさんの時間を無駄にさせてしまってます。
You've given up a lot of your time just to grant my wish. I came to like you, you know. What are you saying at this time? Again. Will we have to start this over again? Even though we did a lot of things and came this far, Nagisa,
はい。
we've come this far. We should push on a little harder. Come on, let's go. Taking her hand, I began climbing the hill.
すっげえ眠いんですけど。
I'm so damn sleepy. You don't feel tense at all, do you?
だってこんな早く来るなんて平日だってないぜ。
Because I'm coming so early for a day that ain't a weekday, see?
しかも日曜だし。
Even more a Sunday. You're dealing with lighting, so get a hold of yourself.
眠たさのあまり、ライトのオンオフを連射してディスコみたいにしちまいそうだよ。
Being this sleepy, I might flick the switches on and off and turn it into a disco. Don't.
いや、それぐらい眠いんだってば。
Well, that's how sleepy I am. Then you want to switch? I just have to press the buttons.
いや、
Well,
そっちはそっちで、眠たさのあまり DJ バリのスクラッチをやって、観客を踊らせてしまいそうだよ。
that's something else. If a sleepy DJ did some scratches, the audience might dance to it. Don't worry, a tape deck has no such function.
まあ、それだけ寝ぼけてるってこった。
Well, that's just how half asleep I am.
でもま、渚ちゃんのためだ。頑張るか。
But, well, this is for Nagisa-chan's sake. So, guess I'll work hard.
渚ちゃん？
はい。
いや、別に用はないんだけどさ。
Well, nothing really, but... Noticing Nagisa was different. Sunahara seems to have awoken.
渚ちゃん、なんか変じゃないか？
Is Nagisa-chan a little strange? Coming beside me, he asked. Just a bit.
どうしたんだよ。
What happened? Just be like your usual self. I'll do something later. Turning his eyes away, unsatisfied, he immediately returned to his usual face and went over to Nagisa.
おまじない。教えてやるよ、渚ちゃん。
I'll teach you a spell, Nagisa-chan. At least Sunahara can cheer her up. Inside the school, the guests and students were beginning to bustle with activity. We waited at the end of the gymnasium for the recital curtains to rise. Listen, Nagisa. Don't think about anything else. Think only about the play. Come on, it'll be our turn soon. You're tense, aren't you? You okay with not looking at the script one more time? Come on, where's the script? Nagisa shows the script she's held up to her chest. When we're done, we'll shoot off. We'll both spend time together, though. Well, Sanae-san's charming, so let's call her. Well, guess we'll also call Pops. Come on, the four of us will shoot off. So let's just do this right now, okay?
はい。
Okay. Nagisa finally opens up the script and begins to look it over. The curtains on stage were just about to open now. The audience assembled. I looked for Pops and Sanae-san in that grouping. They didn't show up before the performance in front of Nagisa. They probably think encouraging Nagisa might hurt her, so they're avoiding it. Sorry, guys. Oh my god. Their words really are kind, but I couldn't see them from far away. Okay, Nagisa, read the script. I'm going to go off for a bit. She didn't reply, but she should have heard. Leaving Sunahara to take care of her, I went to look for them. Not finding them in the building, I went outside. I finally found them in the crowd. Sanae-san!
岡崎さん、助かりました。迷子になってたんです、私。
Ah, Okazaki-san! You saved us. I was so lost. As expected of Sanae-san. She's the only one I found, it seems. Pops didn't come with you?
はい、先に行ってろと言われました。
No, he said to go on ahead. Does he feel like coming?
大丈夫ですよ。渚の晴れ舞台です。見逃すはずがないです。
It'll be fine. It's an important occasion for Nagisa. He won't miss this. I began thinking that he might not come. If you think about it hard, it's fine. If he appeared in front of Nagisa now, it'd be the same as hurting her with that painful past. In that case, Sanae-san probably doesn't know what happened this morning. I stare at her face. Whichever way it is, Sanae-san shouldn't meet her either until the play's over. Now, with the pressure of her first performance in front of an audience, I could only pray that she could overcome the deep sadness from the truth she learned of this morning.
渚はどこにいますか？
Where might Nagisa be? She's focusing on reading the script right now, so maybe we should leave her be?
そうですね。
I suppose. Instead, I'll guide you. How is that? Let's go to the refreshment booth for now. I pointed at one of the standing carts.
はい。
Okay. Sanae-san gave me a smiling nod. Just as the drama club program was about to begin, I took Sanae-san to the gymnasium. I didn't see Nagisa anymore in the school. She should have gone from the waiting room to the equipment room, where she'd be changing her clothes. Well then, I should also get going.
はい、とても楽しかったです。ありがとうございました。
Okay, that was really fun. Thank you so much. Same here.
あ、磯貝さん。
Ah, Isugai-san.
挨拶してきますね。
I'm going to greet them. Immediately finding an acquaintance of hers, she went off. On my side, I began looking for Nagisa to encourage her, though I'm not too sure about that. I hurried over there.
岡崎、お前どこほっつき歩いてやがったんだよ。
Okazaki, where the hell have you been fooling around? Sorry.
ほら、もう渚ちゃん袖で控えてる。
Come on, Nagisa-chan's on an uphill battle here.
頼むぜ、音響係さん。
I'm counting on you, sound guy. Same to you, light guy.
任せておけって。
Leave it to me. Exchanging only those words, Sunahara and I part. I go up the small stairs from the waiting room to the stage wing. Nagisa's clothed figure was there. Nagisa! I called her. When she turned her face towards me, I gave her a thumbs up. Without forming any expression, Nagisa nodded, and then faced forward. An applause. It was her turn. Nagisa walked from the side of the stage wing towards the center. Sanae-san's homemade clothing from here on out looked really nice. Everyone brought their attention to the girl's entry. A shrill cheer. I could hear the executive committee from behind, wondering which class this cute girl came from. It was something to be proud of. Nagisa greeted them. At the same moment, the lights fell on her. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. And then in that light was a single girl, standing there firmly, remaining silent for a long period of time. Thinking this was part of the play, the audience also remained in too long of a silence, beginning to feel a catastrophe in the air. And finally, that became a stir, beginning to spread out in the building. I stared at the girl in the light. Nagisa, perform! I prayed. It's my fault that that mom and dad gave up on their dream. And right now I'm having my own dream granted despite theirs being sacrificed. I noticed Nagisa's mouth slowly moving. I couldn't do that. So I read. And then Nagisa began to cry. The tears that she had been putting up with. Convulsively crying like a child. And up until now, these tears were the most painful I had seen. Someone who lived. I'm crying. Sorry, guys. Someone who lived off the sacrifice of another's dream. With that reality thrust at her, a pain that she didn't know how to understand. The pain of losing everything that supported her. I couldn't watch anymore. I lowered my head. I guess this really was useless. Even though we had worked so hard.
夢を叶えろ
Grant you wish! Nagisa! An angry voice echoed in the gymnasium. A familiar voice. Pops. I looked for him from the curtain on the stage wing. He stood in front of the entrance lighting. Everyone brought their attention towards him.
渚バカかおめえは
Are you an idiot?
この夢が親の夢なんだよ
Your dream is your parents' dream.
お前が叶えればいいんだ
You can grant that.
俺たちはお前が夢を叶えるのを夢見てんだよ
It's our dream to see you grant yours.
俺たちは夢を諦めたんじゃねえ
We didn't give up on our dream.
自分たちの夢を
We
お
made
前
our
の
dream
夢にしたん
yours.
だ親とはそういうもんなんだよ
That's how parents are.
家族ってのは
That's what family is.
だからあの日からずっと
That's why, ever since that day,
パン焼きながらずっと
we always baked bread.
俺たちはそれを待ち焦がれて生きてきたんだよ
We lived, waiting for that.
ここでおめえがくじけたら俺たちは落ち込むぞてめえ
We'll be disappointed if you give up here, damn it.
責任重大だぞてめえ
It's a big responsibility, damn it.
サナエいるんだろどっかにおめえも言ってやれ
Sanai, you're here, aren't you? Where are you? You say something too. A little time after that.
渚頑張れ
Nagisa, hang in there. I heard Sanai-san from within the audience yell. Sanai-san's encouragement was somehow off the mark, but that wouldn't have any advantage at all. We're also the same, Nagisa. You should grant what Sunahara and I could never do right now. I'm crying, I'm so sorry, guys. This part makes me cry in the anime too. You understand? You're carrying our pain on your back. So grant it, Nagisa, I shouted. Nagisa brought up her face. She wasn't crying anymore. She gazed at the empty space right in front of her. Take us away, Nagisa, to the place in this town where wishes come true. Nagisa brought her arms to her chest, and then, the moment where the first lines are recited, the story began. That illusionary story on that winter day. The snow's begun to fall upon this world. If we don't hurry up, we wouldn't be able to go. I picked up the last piece of junk, put it in my bag, and hurried home. I opened the door. As always, the girl was there. She noticed me, her eyes facing towards me. She slowly stretched out her arms. Her movements were very slow. I approach her and put the junk in her hand. It's starting to get really cold. I shake my head to say I don't mind about that. We don't have time. I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. I shake my head. She'd always put her arms around me, but she was no longer able to do that. I put down that arm. Are you going now? I nod. I want to be by your side. Just the two of us. Yeah, that's why I'm doing this. For that reason I'm going. So that after this, we'll always be together. She made a lonely expression. I reluctantly looked away and went outside. I walked in front of a mountain full of piled up junk, and then I deposited all the junk I collected today on top of it. No longer do I know what shape the thing we were supposed to construct is. No longer does it have a shape in my mind. When I put the last piece of junk on, the thing shook on one side with a noise and fell apart. I drooped my head. I picked up all the junk and put it in a pile. I repeated this over and over. If only I could put the junk together to give it a shape with my willpower. This is impossible with me alone, because I am not a person. I look at my hand, a coarse, blockish finger. Even I, a doll made of junk, is brought here by a wish. I wonder, will we ever be able to go anywhere anymore? Away from this place. I want to be by your side. Just the two of us. I remember the words I heard from her just a while ago. It was as painful as saying, you don't have to do anything anymore. It was so sad. I wanted to cry. I feel so helpless. I gaze up at the sky. This world is tormenting her. This world only forces cruelty towards her. Always alone here. Just when I thought that she wouldn't be lonely anymore with the both of us, she suddenly languished. Ah, my body bends backwards as if I'm shouting in tears. There was an unpleasant sound of scraping metal. Are you crying? Her voice said. Creak. She slowly walked, and then she embraced my body. What's wrong? Have you remembered something sad? That's not it, right? This world is what's sad, right? You want to go far away? You want to go to the place where you were pointing at? Together? Let's walk away from here. To that warm place where there's a lot of things that we can have fun with every day. Let's go there. You want to do that, right? I stopped crying and faced her. I want to. I nod very strongly. Then, let's go. Before this ground turned into white field by the falling snow. We start our long journey to the place of our distant memories.
続きを思い出しました。
I remembered how it continued. What do you mean?
お話の続きです。
The continuation of that story. Please tell.
はい。
Okay.
女の子と人形はその世界を出ることにしたんです。
The doll and the girl went to leave that world. Why?
人形はずっと遠くに別の世界があることを知っていたからです。
Because the doll knew of a different world that was far away.
そこは人がたくさんいる温かな世界です。
It was a warm world with many people.
だから二人は 今の寂しい世界を抜け出すことを誓って旅に出ます。
That's why the two vowed to leave that lonely world and went on a journey. And how'd that go?
はい、
Well,
長い旅をして、その先で
it was a long trip, and afterwards,
歌を歌います。
they sang a song. A song?
はい、歌です。
Yes, a song. Are you serious?
本当です。ですから、劇の最後に私が歌ったのは合っていたんです。
I am. Having said so, the song that I sung at the end matched.
ちゃんとお話の続きになっていたんです。
I would really have liked to continue the tale. Well, but you see,
はい、
that girl wouldn't sing the Big Dongo family song, would she?
それは私の趣味です。
That was my choice. I know, I did consider that since then. But if you had the play going perfectly even, if you sang that song at the end, it'll be an anticlimactic to everyone. It'll ruin the moment.
でも、微笑ましいと思いました。
But I thought it was charming. That might be true, but, well, whatever. Your play was well done.
本当ですか？
Really? Yeah, I'm not flattering you. You know that.
はい、知ってます。
Yes, I know.
だから素直に喜びます。
That's why I'm so delighted.
えへへ。
Nagisa's carefree smile. Did we climb over that sadness? I believed in Pops's words. Or maybe this was just the beginning. But right now, I was enveloped in that memory. Because we worked hard for a month. Hey, Nagisa.
はい、
Nagisa looked my way. I brought my face close to hers.
何しようとしてんだてめえ。
What are you doing, you bastard? A voice tinged with a thirst for blood.
お父さん。
Ah, Dad! Nagisa, not having known what we were about to do, looked behind me.
おめえ今、渚にキスしようとしてただろ。
Bastard, you were trying to kiss Nagisa, weren't you?
いいか？こいつは俺のあそこから飛び出たものが巨大化して出来上がったんだぞ。
Listen up. This little friend I have here jumps out and becomes a giant mammoth.
どうだ？そう考えると気色悪くてキスできまい。
How's that? When you think about it, it's so disgusting you can't kiss. What that person has over there is indeed mysterious.
つうわけで夕飯だ。打ち上げも兼ねてるからな。飲んで食って騒ぐぜ。
Having said that, it's dinner time. They all came up at once, so let's make noise, eat and drink.
はい、とても楽しみです。
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
行きましょう、ともやくん。
Let's go, Tomoya-kun. Yeah. And like that, the day filled with pain, sadness, and joy all rolled into one had ended. Alright guys, and this is where we are ending the video. So, I really hope that you've enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And I do apologize for crying, but I did warn you ahead of time. And if you haven't already, subscribe to become part of the legacy today. And I will see you guys in the next video. So bye-bye.